There you go. We're just 3 days away from the Trump inauguration. We're expecting a big day one. Trump's incoming White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt joins me now. Karoline, thanks for coming on the show. We're getting reports that Trump held a call with China's Xi Jinping today. Can you confirm that?
I can't confirm nor deny that particular call at this time, Stu. It's breaking news, and I just am joining your show as it's breaking right now. What I can tell you, though, is that President Trump has received many calls from foreign leaders since winning the election on November 5th. They are dialing his number. They are flying to Mar-a-Lago because they know that President Trump is going to put the interests of the American people first in just a few days when he returns to the Oval Office.
Karoline, we had Bret Baier on the show. He said we can expect shock and awe with as many as 150 executive orders on day one. Is this going to be a massive undoing of Biden's policies?
On day one, President Trump will take many actions to undo all of the disturbing orders that Joe Biden signed on his first day in office. But none of this should come as a surprise to the mainstream media or to the American people. President Trump campaigned on fundamentally transforming the federal government that Joe Biden has destroyed over the past 4 years. He campaigned on securing the southern border, on unleashing the might of our energy industry. And you will see on day one, he is going to deliver on those promises that he made again on the campaign trail, and that's why he was elected. The American people want President Trump to take this action. They need immediate relief in their lives, and the president will be doing that on the first day in office.
As you know, Democrat Senator John Fetterman made the trip to Mar-a-Lago. He's been vocal about working with the president-elect and keeping an open mind. Fellow Democrats, though, they're not taking kindly to that approach. My question to you is, do you need Democrat support to get the Trump agenda done?
Well, Republicans need to get smart and get tough and stick together, and then we can pass President Trump's agenda. But certainly we welcome Democrats to get a little bit of common sense, to shed their Trump derangement syndrome, and to work with Republicans to deliver on the priorities that the American people want to see accomplished. Border security, tackling inflation, cutting the waste, the fraud, and abuse out of our federal government, and returning to common sense policies. I give a lot of credit to Senator Fetterman for reaching across the aisle and saying a lot of what Donald Trump is saying makes sense. That's why he won the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania in November. Democrats should take a page out of Fetterman's playbook. And as President Trump has always said, he will work with anyone who wants to deliver results and cut deals. He's a deal maker at heart, and he's willing to do that. Success is his ultimate priority, and he'll work with anyone to make this country successful and wealthy, safe and strong again.
One of the biggest stories we've done in our 15 years on the air was when Trump came down the golden escalator. That was back in 2015. I believe you were just a teenager at that time. You were. Did you ever imagine that one day he would employ you in his White House?
Well, I've been supporting President Trump since that day. In fact, 2016 was the first election I was eligible to vote in, and I'm so proud, humbled, and honored to be just serving as President Trump's press secretary at the White House in just a few days. It's the honor of a lifetime, and I'm especially excited to speak on behalf of a president who has a mandate from the American people, who has bipartisan support, as you just mentioned. We have the Senate, we have the House. President Trump has a real opportunity to fundamentally transform this country for the better and to put the interests of this country first. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get a lot of work done. I know President Trump is ready to go on Monday, and I am too.
You will be answering questions from the media. Have you asked your predecessors as White House spokespeople? Have you asked your predecessors for any advice?
I have, yes. I've spoken to many of my predecessors, and I have soaked up all of the wisdom they have given me. I look forward to taking the podium. And congratulations to you, Stu. 15 years on this program. That's a big accomplishment. Congrats.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Karoline. It was great to have you on the show. We wish you the best, and see you again soon, please. Thank you.
Thank you.